Good morning, students. Today I am here with a new topic and new content from your grammar lesson. This topic will be about compound and complex sentences. I know many of you find it very difficult. As you go to higher classes, you get to join the simple sentences into complex, further on to compound sentences, and there is a bit of difficulty. So we will begin with the basic concepts of compound and complex sentence, and I hope it will be useful for all the students from standard 7 to 10. We will begin with, it's very important actually to know the complex and compound sentences in all sorts of traditional way that grammar is to be understood. So we'll begin like from non-finite and finite verb, clauses, phrase, and before attempting to understand what a compound and complex sentence is. So it is important to know the meaning of finite and non-finite verb, phrase, clause and sentence before attempting to understand compound and complex sentence. So we will begin with verbs. Verbs are categorized into two forms, that is finite and non-finite. Now you should not be confused with what is finite and non-finite verbs. Finite verbs are the verbs that change its form. Okay, in a sentence they will be changing their form according to person, whether persons are singular, plural, or in that way tense, what tense the sentence is in, and mood. It changes. The construction of sentences changes in finite form when it is the change in person, mood, tense, etc. For example, if I use the sentence, he works hard, we are talking about singular person and it is just said that the verb changes. They worked hard, I work hard. If you will minutely observe this sentence, you will see the changes that take place in a finite verb according to number and tense. Moving on to non-finite verb, if you will understand, I have written here, does not change. What does not change? The verb form does not change according to person, tense or mood. Let's see the example. He wants to be rich. They want to be rich, I want to be rich. In all these three sentences which I have given as example, you will observe that the verb does not change according to change in the number, okay, or the tense. If both the sentences from the examples of finite and non-finite are to be observed, he works hard, he wants to be rich. They worked hard, they want to be rich. Sentence construction is different, but the changes you can see that how finite and non-finite are different. So just keep it in your mind what is the basic difference between finite and non-finite verb. Moving on to non-finite verbs. Non-finite verbs are further categorized into three parts: finite, gerund, and participle. When you generally get confused with finite, gerund and participle. In your class 9 and 10 and even in senior classes, you get joining of the sentences, and in that you have one topic, join the sentences with infinitive or join the sentences using participle. So generally what happens, you get confused and you make error in that. So we will be dealing with each of these separately and try to understand what it is all about. We'll begin with infinite, to plus verb. Okay, like to play, to dance, to sing, all these verb, to plus verb is infinite. To plus infinitive. Use of this, when do we use? We will begin with noun. As a noun, when we use this sentences, to err is human. Again, to plus verb, this is in this sentence, to err is human is taken as the subject, to err is subject. Err actually is a word which means mistake. those who don't know. To make mistake is a human quality. So the sentence is, to err is human. Her aim was to become a doctor. Okay, again here to plus verb. Here the verb is was. So to become has been added as a linking verb. All of us know what a linking word is, when we link to sentence by using a word. So again see the sentence, her aim was to become a doctor. So to become over here is the complement to the linking verb was. Okay, try to understand this, that it is a complement to the linking word was, to become a doctor. Moving on to the next use as a noun. We want to learn French. Okay, here to learn is used as an object of the word we want. Getting it? Next is, it is easier to preach than to practice. Okay, here it. Okay, it is the subject, and this to preach is used as a dummy for the word it. To preach is used for the dummy it. Is it clear? I am repeating it once again. Use of infinite as a noun. The first example is, to err is human. Here to plus verb is used as a subject in the sentence. Next, her aim was to become a doctor. Here was is the linking word, and to become has been the complement to that. The third one is, he wants to learn French. Here to learn is used as an object for the verb we. Moving on to the last, it is easier to preach than to practice. Here to preach has been used as a dummy for the subject it. There are more uses of infinitive which I will be explaining you in the next video. I hope this is clear to you till here, the finite, non-finite, and the division of non-finite into gerund and finite, gerund and participle. We will be dealing more with gerund and participle and how they move on to form a compound and complex sentence. I will also be giving you phrase, clause and sentence in the videos which I will be uploading ahead. Thank you.